All right, let me stop around. Hey, how's it going? As per usual, this is week 6 update of me trying to get Brad Pitt lean in 60 days. What are we going to talk about this week? Let's talk about binge eating and what I used to struggle so much with when it comes to leaning down and getting chisel in terms of like jaw, in terms of abs. But first, let me give you an update. This is first week, how I looked like, and then drum roll. This is how I'm looking like right now. Don't be fooled, by the way, even though I look big, bro, I'm fucking tiny, okay? I've lost close to 20 pounds. I think we started off like 165. I'm hovering around 145 to 144 pounds-ish right now, okay? A lot of, you know, that thickness or that illusion that you see on my body. Number 1 is because I have a huge pump. Number 2 is I'm getting very lean. And number 3, it's good lighting, okay? Boom. Okay, let's get into the main topic though, binge eating. One of my biggest struggle, bro, every single time, especially years earlier when I tried to do this, is that I would binge eat a lot, meaning I would be very consistent with my dieting for maybe a week or 2, and then all of a sudden something happens. I get an emotional trigger. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of being so consistent? I would get hit with tons of self-doubt. I would not know if what I was doing was working or not, right? And so I would treat myself to something small, and at that time I used to eat a lot of melon cakes. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's very sweet bakery goods, and I swear to God, bro, one of them had like 120 calories, right? And then a box of them would have like 20s. I would down the whole 20 pieces within 30 minutes, and that's basically all the calories I would eat within a day, right? Wrong. I would like snack on Takis, I would snack on chips and all of that jazz too. And then the day afterwards, after the binge eating session, I'd feel terrible. Now, if that's just you, don't give up hope. That's number 1. Understand all your binge eating problems. It's because you're trying to run away from a certain feelings. For me, that feeling was self-doubt. Whenever I felt self-doubt, whenever something came up and hit me in the gut and says, hey Matt, you're not good enough, I'll be like, what to do? And that food would be a way for me to numb that idea or pain, okay? The only way I overcame these things was to tell myself, like verbally says, you know where this is gonna go. If you binge eat one day, it might not be a lot, but it's gonna make you feel like shit tomorrow, okay? But let's say you did binge eat already. What to do? I understand, bro, one day of binge eating or falling off track won't ruin months or weeks of progress. You can always recuperate within like the day of or the next day. Like say you binge eat today, tomorrow you could basically fast the whole day. I've personally been fasted since Friday. It's currently Sunday, so it's like a 48-hour fast. Nothing crazy, but yeah, that goes to tell you, bro, like over time, like especially when you get your emotional issue handled, when you're not against yourself so much within the mind, right? You're not at war with yourself. You don't have a ton of fucking self-doubt. You understand that, hey, whatever you're doing right now, it might not make sense, but give it months, give it years, it's all gonna play out the way you want it to be. Because most of the time, bro, binge eating, it's like all the problems that we generally have, right? It's like vaping, it's like playing video games. Why are you doing these things? It's because you're trying to numb a certain feeling, whether that's inadequacy or whether that's self-doubt, whether that's the lack of clarity. It doesn't fucking matter. These emotions, you have to run with it. It's like rolling with the punches, okay? When you feel them, say, hey, this is what I should be feeling. If you're trying to become somebody or build a body that you've never had, chances are you're going up against internal wiring that has been built up upon years and years. So of course you're gonna have self-doubt. You go into the unknown. It's like the cavemen, right? Going outside of their tribes, trying to build something for themselves. Of course it's scary. Understand the urge to binge eat, the urge to run away from your fucking problems is normal if you're gonna try to fix your life at all. But just don't listen to it. A lot of you guys think I'm some disciplined fucking monk or something, but no, I just understand my path. I understand the end game. I've gotten to the end game before. That's why this time around, within 6 weeks, I went from somewhat fat. Some of you guys thought that I lost a bunch of muscle. I had no definition whatsoever, and I've recovered most of everything I've quote unquote lost in 6 weeks. I'm not even finished, by the way. That goes to tell you, hey, just don't beat yourself up. Don't fucking feel guilty. Those are slave emotions. What does that mean? Slave emotions, it get you to become somebody that you don't like. whenever you feel guilty about doing something, guess what? You're gonna spend time feeling guilty about feeling guilty though. So it's gonna be a downward spiral from there. It's gonna get you to waste a lot of fucking time. Now, that's towards binge eating. The next thing is towards doing fancy stuff. You think half the things I do to lose weight or get to lean as I am right now, it's fancy stuff, it's new stuff. No, it's just purely dieting, how I'm training and how I'm doing cardio and how I'm recovering through sleep or supplements, right? That's it. It's not fancy stuff, bro. Like at the end of the day, it's all the boring stuff. All of the things I do, I can guarantee you this week, it was just some glamorous things where I was flying to places. I was hitting the gym with a bunch of cool people. No, bro. I was by myself. You know, sitting between sets, heaving. And then I would just do a set of pull-ups or whatever. But speaking of pull-ups, I'll show you a clip of me doing muscle-ups with 10 pounds attached to me. And some muscle-ups over here or something. I actually don't like to make these updates, at least anymore, because I find them so repetitive. But I know some of you guys, at least one of you, is following along. So I want to show you that, hey, I'm not falling off track. I know if you're following along and you're not falling off track, you're going to make progress. So let's keep the video at that, all right?